Hey everybody, this is Enrique here with the slow par, the Dodge 1974 Superior with the 413 V8 engine in it. It's official, my pump did go out, so my water pump did. Of course, I took it out pretty much backwards. I took the water pump bolts out and then had a heck of a time trying to get these two belts off of the pulley, and then getting the whole unit right here out of this hole. So the thing you got to remember is you've got this water pump that comes off last. Then you have the pulley, which is right here. It slides over the top of it with the grooves going inward towards the engine. And then you have your fan clutch. Don't try to get too fancy on these older engines, because a lot of times AutoZone doesn't have anything for you, even though they say the computers might. For instance, I bought this fancy smanchy fan thinking that it would fit, and where my RV broke down, I threw the original fan on the side of the road thinking, I don't need it. Well, when I went to go look to see where my fan clutch was going to go, I noticed that the little hole at the center of the fan there doesn't actually fit these 4 bolts. So it took me several hours to figure that out. I had to go back and find my original fan. You can see it there. As you can see, it's got a much bigger hole. So stay with the original. Let's take care of it. Of course, my water pump is special. It's got a Zerk fitting on it. So I went to what's the name of those guys? Went to one with John Hudson there at Commercial Water Pump Rebuilders in Houston, assuming that he was going to rebuild my pump, but he already had a pump, because that's all they do is refurbished industrial water pumps, and that's what mine is. And so what we have is the water pump with the gasket. We have the fan. We have the pulley. And then we have the fan clutch. So going the way you're supposed to go back in, it pretty much bolts back on, water pump first. Then the pulley is going to go and pretty much cover the water pump. Then you put those 4 bolts on. You've got 5 bolts. I've got 5 bolts on my water pump. Those went pretty easy once everything was away. That's going to slip over it, of course, and then the holes on the water pump are threaded. So then this goes over the water pump. Just make sure you put your fan on before you put your finally run the bolts to the damper, so that you can bolt it right in. And I zip tied, as you can see, my 2 fan belts just to make sure they stayed up, because it would be heck trying to get them to fit back over that fan again. Or let's see, it'd be easier for me. I'd rather fit them over the fan now and find out later that I couldn't fit them over. So like I said, it's my first time taking a water pump off a behemoth without being able to get the front of it. I didn't want to pull the radiator off. But that's pretty much it, folks. It's my Dodge 413. Hopefully I'll get some hugger headers on it eventually. Roll it out the back with some Series 40 Flowmasters. And that should be all pretty much for my engine work. My next video will probably be taking the gaskets off the valve covers. The beauty about the RB engine, it's got better flow because the water actually goes through the heads rather than just through the block. So once this water pump actually does work, it should be able to stay running for long periods of time, just like any other industrial or commercial machinery, tractors, trucks, what have you. So I'll see if I can't snap a picture at the end of this video to show you what the final result is. And don't forget to loosen your alternator bolt, which is down there at the bottom. You can see the alternator here. See, it's got a double belt pulley. It loosens up at the bottom, just the 1 bolt. And I just bought a pry bar set for 20 bucks at AutoZone to help me tighten it up a little bit when I get it all going again. Thank you very much.